change is not only necessary, but it's truly a life and death situation that you have to change. You have to give everything you got in order to understand what life is all about. Because that's what it truly is, down to its core. Giving everything you got in the name of your signature, written down on a piece of art. Because everything we do is given with our signature. You know, whether we do a good job or not, it has our name on it. So why not give everything that we have in all these endeavors, in all our goals, in all of our dreams? Because that's what our legacy is gonna be. Before you enter any endeavor of life, for example, a lot of us are trying to get in shape. It's a big goal of ours. You know, it was for me. And I understood quickly that if I didn't have the right mentality going into this journey, that I failed already. And why even attempt it, right? That's why a lot of us only have the idea of attempting this goal, of entering this journey of self-improvement, entering the first step in the gym, taking that first step in front of the mirror and truly envisioning what we want for ourselves, how we want to look by the end of this journey. That's why a lot of us lack that self-belief, because over our entire lives, we truly never fully committed to anything. So we don't know how success tastes like. And that's why I'm here today, to give you guys a little snippet of what it tastes like. You know, let you guys know that it's like no other feeling. There's no other food, there's no other drug, no other pleasure that can truly match this. The high of success. It's something out of this world, really. Just believing in yourself when a lot of people don't is what is going to give you the upper edge that the majority of people don't have. Because a lot of us, a lot of you guys don't believe in yourselves for some weird reason. You failed already. If you don't have the self-belief within you, don't even try to begin this journey at all. You know, you're supposed to have a goal, a purpose, a meaning behind this. And that's why it pissed me off when they kept asking me how I was able to do all this. And they told me right in my face that they couldn't achieve this because they can't let go of the pizza, they can't let go of the burgers, they can't let go of the ice cream. And it pissed me off, not because of what the majority of people think. I don't care if you like pizza, I don't care if you like ice cream, I don't care if you are attracted to the idea of eating all these foods. You know, a lot of people have different situations, a lot of different circumstances, a lot of different upbringings, origins. So I can't really put them off because of that. What pissed me off was their lack of self-belief. And that's why I'm here today. That's why I have this whole page to begin with. Mentality is everything. Mentality is the key to success. And this video is just going to be a quick story of what was the beginning of my journey. Something I did that truly helped me within the first few months, within the first year, within the first 2 years. It's still helping me actually. And hopefully it inspires some of you guys to do the same. But it all starts right here. You see the reflection that we all see of ourselves in this mirror is what can be of ourselves. I believed that what I saw here, you know, mentally, I was already at the end of the goal. I was already crossing that finish line. I already looked how I wanted to look within the next 3 years of this journey. Within the first month, I envisioned it. I saw it for myself. And that's something I encourage every single one of you guys to do, because that's truly all we have, right? When they say that all you have is yourself, they're not lying, because this is what we have. This is what we see. So why not? Why not envision yourself to the fullest extent, to the potential that you've always known you could have been? Right here is where it starts. And you have to believe in it. You have to see it and then put in the work every single day. And one day, you will achieve it. Because that's the equation of success. It's always been that way. The self-belief and overcoming these adversities and hardships we face on a daily basis that lead to that picture that you've always envisioned yourself to be, to become a reality for you. And that's what is my story. It's always been that way. And that's what I'm trying to share with you guys. Your lack of self-belief is stopping you from reaching that fullest potential. So the story starts within the first few months of getting into this, right? Or not even that. It goes way beyond that. It goes way back. It goes way back. It was in a time period where I was dealing with a lot of mental issues, a lot of, a lot of things were affecting my mental health in the moment. I had school, things in the family, things in here that were truly messing with me. And I was at an all-time low in terms of my self-esteem and my mental health. And just, I would say, deep depression for about 2 years of my life before I even began the gym. And obviously it was during quarantine and COVID. And once we started going back to school and I had to, kind of pick myself up a little bit to kind of present myself in society, right? In school, I had this idea of becoming a version of myself that was a complete 180 of what I was in the moment. What I was in the moment was someone who didn't smile, was someone whose self-esteem was at an all-time low, was someone who physically hated how he looked. So to do a complete 180, I knew there had to be work done. And that's when I had the idea to my first ever steps into the gym. Mentally, I was already in the right direction. You're supposed to be in the right direction mentally before you even begin this journey. That's how it's supposed to be done, man. A lot of these people don't believe in that. They believe that this is just something of a nonchalant manner, that they just walk in and let's see what happens, right? They have no purpose in there. They have no goal in the gym. Going through the motions, and that's not how it's supposed to be. Find your goal. Find your purpose. Your purpose is created in here and is felt here. And every day you put in the work. But like I said, the first few months of my journey, every time I would come back from the gym, right? This was after school. After school, I would go to the gym, come back from the gym, and it was during a time period where my sister would visit us daily. My older sister, who lives very close to us, so it was very easy for her to come visit us. And the majority of the time, she would come around the time that I was back from the gym. And I would hear her knock, and obviously I would go and open the door, and the first thing I would do is obviously greet her, but then I would just automatically just take off my shirt. And my sister's name is Andrea, so I would be like, Andrea, do you see the progress? And this mirror right here, you see this mirror? This is the same mirror I've always looked at myself in. And I told her, Andrea, you see the progress? You see the triceps, the biceps, do you see the pecs? Do you see the back? Do you see all this muscle, progressing? And obviously my older sister is just being my older sister. She's going to be honest and tell me the truth. And it's a reality, right? Someone who goes into the gym within the first 3, 4, 5 months isn't really going to find a lot of progress. That's just a reality of it. But I believed in it. I believed I saw a version of myself that was growing, progressing, achieving those little goals set by myself daily. And because of that, it fed this fuel of believing of this version of this person that can be of myself. And I believe that it was my reality, that it was going to be my reality. That's another lesson right there. Just not everyone is going to be able to see it for you. You got to believe in it and see it for yourself. Put in the work, man. That's how you grow a confidence. That's how your self-esteem goes up. When you put in the work and you believe in yourself. That's how it's done. Find a goal. Have the right mentality before you even begin this journey. And that's a very quick story, right? Just a story of believing in myself. And although, another person didn't see it for me, I saw it for myself. And what happens is I fell in love with the process. I fell in love with what I was seeing here because I believed it was going to be my reality. Because it was already up in here, and all this needed to do was to catch up to it. You become the embodiment of your mentality. That's what happens. You fall in love with the process. You walk further than the people who only like the destination. You keep on going after that. And you just keep setting new stepping stones for people to admire. Because you keep breaking those. You keep breaking the chains holding you back. The chains of your older version. And I don't like when people say that it's you versus you. I don't really like that. Because at the end of the day, all you have is you. So why not, little by little, build that self-esteem? Because at the end of the day, right, this is all you got. Other people can't see it for you. What I do like to say is it's your old habits that you're up against. It's these mannerisms, poison that is holding you back from reaching your fullest potential. Why not strive for that person that you've always needed to be? That's how you build a legacy. That's how you get people to be inspired. And whoever is watching this, right? Because I know a lot of you guys who follow me don't really actually watch these videos, but whoever is watching this and is of need of change, just know I believe in you. Know that it's a long journey. Understand there's going to be many ups and downs, and there's going to be hardships that at times it feels like a little too much. But let my testimony be known as of one where if you simply just persevere through the struggle and overcome them, that you'll be able to reach that version of yourself, and it's 100% worth it. See it, envision it, get creative with it. I see a version of myself within the next 2-3 years that is like no other. I've achieved so much with this equation of success, and I'm going to keep on going until I achieve the best ever version of myself. And hopefully in that version I'm able to blossom something beautiful for you guys in this page. But that's the message of today. A quick little story, a beautiful story to me. I'm reminiscing right now, just looking at this mirror, of who I was and what I've become because of it. So truly believe in yourself. This is all you got. That's pretty much it. Trials of Steel. Thanks for watching.